Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me, it's the first time you're seeing my face. Hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you are not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my weekly wrap up, and this is from November 20th through November 26th and all my reading shenanigans in between. I do not have a lot to talk about today, as it was kind of a short week because of the Thanksgiving holiday, but I do have some stuff. So without further ado, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking about some books. Okay, so as you can see, we have a new addition. Yes, I started decorating for Christmas. That's what actually took up most of all of Black Friday, and then of course I had Thanksgiving, and then Saturday of last week we had my family's personal Thanksgiving because my husband actually works on Thanksgiving. So that was our day to actually have Thanksgiving with just my family. So I spent all day cooking again. So I really only got like 3 days worth of reading, 4 days worth of reading this week. So I did not get as much completed as I like to. But what I did complete was X by Jack Croxall, and it looks like this. This is a very, very short ebook, standalone novella. I picked it up because it's fulfilling my alphabet challenge. I need a book that started with X. And here you go. This is what I got. And this was a trip. This thing is only like 28, 29 pages. It is hella short, but it packs a punch. It does. I really enjoy this experience. I only gave it 2 stars because I feel like there could have been more with it, and I feel like had it been expounded on more, I would have enjoyed a lot more. And also, I believe it is attached to another book that I wasn't aware of, so I did that, but that's my fault. So I think I'm gonna go pick up that book as well, just to find out for sure, and then I will let you guys know. But essentially what we have in this is kind of like a survival trope, and it's told in a diary format. So we come across a diary of a girl who we'll just be calling X. We don't actually ever get her name. And it's her final days of what seems to be a zombie apocalypse. She calls them the uglies, but based off kind of the description and how they move and act, it's kind of reminiscent of zombies to me, but it's never actually called zombies. And essentially is what it is. It's just the last few days of this girl in a basement of this house that she found surviving, and her final thoughts of her end coming. And what worked for this book was that was creepy as fuck. I was sitting there reading it. I was like, man, this is not very long. This is not very detailed, but this is fucking creepy, because you know right at the get-go, like, when this is done, it's done. Like, she's done. She's gone. Final entry, done. She's no longer existed on this planet. So having that finality piece in your head while you're reading it, it's really creepy. It gave this really weird, creepy vibe. So definitely something to read like during the holiday spooky season. I kind of wish I would have picked this up in October, because it would have set that tone really well. And I am not a big zombie girl. I love all the creepy, paranormal, werewolf, vampires, witches, all that stuff. Zombies, never really been a big thing for me, but I really liked this. This was fun. Despite the 2 stars I gave it, and that's just because of the fact that I feel like there's more to it. There could have been more to it. And that's what really didn't work for me, was that I just wanted more of it. I wanted the diary to start earlier, more in depth about what happened with the sister. But it was a good time. It was a good time. And the feeling that I feel like it was attached to another book, and I just don't like that because it ruins it for me. But I definitely gonna go pick up that other book for sure. But this thing, 29 pages, flew right through it. Definitely had me on the edge of my seat. Definitely something to pick up, especially if you're doing that alphabet challenge where you have to read a book for every single letter of the alphabet. Here's your X. And it works. It does. It meets the challenge. It gets you on the edge of your seat. And you're just kind of like, I want more. So actually, maybe I'll bump this up to a 3. Now that I'm talking about it, yeah, this is a solid 3 for me. Let's change that. I'll do that. All right, so 3 stars. How's that for you? And there is no spice rating whatsoever, none. So definitely no spiciness. The next book I completed this week was this guy. This is Full Sack by Layla Faye. I had such a good time reading Jack by Layla Faye on Halloween that when she came out with this Thanksgiving erotica one, I was like, let me do this again and just have some fun with it. I actually enjoyed this one a lot more than Jack. I gave this one 3 stars. This is the newest release in the Monster Erotica Forever series by Layla Faye. So I did read this series out of order, but you totally can, at least based off the 2 that I have read, you can read these out of order. This is Thanksgiving themed erotica, and we have graphic sexual situations with an emphasis on oral sex because that is a direct player into this monster's power. And it's straight monster smut, all right? It's monster smut, guys. We have a summary of Jennifer and Raccoon. Don't get me started on the name. That was fucking stupid. The name was stupid. Jennifer's cat falls ill and she goes into the underground wizard that is this raccoon guy to seek a cure. He is known for being able to procure anything, absolutely anything, but for a specific price, and that is on your knees. He can only procure what you need through oral sex because he's a giver. Let's just put it that way. He's a giver. And it's definitely interesting. It's an interesting experience to read this book. What worked? Raccoon, I actually loved his character. Hated his name, loved his character. I thought his character was awesome because he's super dominant, but yet he's also really sarcastic, but yet he's got this really badass power. And when he finds Jennifer and he realizes like she's it, he's like all about like, I will give you whatever the fuck you want. I fucking love this. You're perfect for me. It just becomes this like gooey cinnamon roll, but yet he's still super dominant. And you see that really through how he interacts with her family. They go to Thanksgiving and families get together. We all have our crazy. And that's kind of what this story is perpetuating, just the different tropes of crazy family members. And he is able to nullify yet still show dominance with every single member of the family. So we have the super sexualized, overtoned aunt who's like, I'm gonna bang you and I don't care if you're dating my niece. You have the super prim and proper mother who only cares about appearances, and so if something is off kilter, out of whack, she just pretends it doesn't exist. You have like the non-existent father who doesn't give a shit about anything, doesn't pay attention. You have the overbearing brother who's really just a chihuahua, you know, a lot more bark than bite. And then you got the sister who like changes religion like she breathes, and this time she happens to be super devout Catholic and want to become a nun and finds them fooling around and calls them sinners, and they just think that's fucking hilarious as shit. And it's great. This thing had a lot of stuff. It was great. I had a great time with this. It was fun. What doesn't work? It's monster smut. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work, but at the same time, it's what makes it monster smut. It's what makes it fun and entertaining to read. So you know what? What doesn't work really doesn't matter in this because this is entertaining. It's supposed to have a good time. And is it far-fetched? Fuck yes. The man delivers goods through his dick. All right? Let's just be honest. Grows in his ball sack and then gives it to you. But the creepiest part was probably the turkey, when he grew a turkey in his ball sack and then fed it to her family. That was fucking awesome. I was a little like, oh God, I don't really know I don't know how I feel about that one. There's a lot of shocking moments in this one, and I did a full reading vlog on it, and I'll link it up here in the corner for you guys if you want to go take a look at it. It's a good time. It's fun. It was just a fun Thanksgiving thing to do. I had a good time doing it. So now, as for a spice rating, this thing got 4 chili peppers. It's very heavy on the graphic oral sex because that is a direct equivalent to his power. It's how his power is activated. And we only get really one main penetration scene. And for as graphic as everything else in this book, that scene was actually pretty tame and really well written. I actually really enjoyed that one scene and I had a good time with it. I did. It was a good time. I had fun with it. So definitely if you were in the mood for some monster smut that's holiday themed, go check it out. And I've got a vlog over here for you. So, yep. Those are what I completed this week. Yeah, not a lot. Like I said, holidays kind of overrode everything. However, I did start 2 books. I started Wanderlust by Lauren Blakely, and it looks like this. So, I was chatting with one of you guys, and I, for the life of me, should have written this down, and I will link her down below, the girl who I was chatting with. So I apologize, I didn't write it down, but I will link you down below. She mentioned, we were talking about voice actors, and I mentioned Richard Armitage, and so she agreed that he would be sexy as fuck to narrate a book, and I was like, yes, mission, I'm on a mission, and I found one. I found this. This is narrated by Richard Armitage and Grace Grant, and it is the first installment for the Paris with Love series, and it looks like it's setting up to be a workplace romance between a translator and his client, who is now moved to Paris to work for a perfume company, and he's her translator as she's becoming acclimated to the new country. And Richard Armitage narrates it. So as soon as I heard his voice, this is all I got. The entirety of the book, I'm just sitting here in like liquid heaven. I'm just like, this is amazing. This is amazing. If you are not familiar with who Richard Armitage is, he is Thorin Oakenshield from Hobbit. He's this guy. He is also in North and South. He's this guy. He is also the voice of Trevor Belmont from Castlevania. This guy. So I am loving this right now. I'm just having such a great fucking time. There's other stuff that he's in, but that's the stuff that I really love him in. So this is stuff that I remember him for the most. But yes, I'm listening to this audiobook. So far, I'm having a good time with it. It's a great story, but Richard Armitage speaking French in my ear. There's a reason I haven't finished this book, guys. I need a couple minutes after his chapters. Yep. Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's really nice, actually. But I will let you guys know further next week on my thoughts and everything on this book. But just know I'm having a great time with this one, mostly because of his voice. It's fucking epic. It's fucking epic. And I actually started Valor today. So I have nothing to say about this right now because I'm literally starting it. But it is in the works to start. So I will have some more to talk about next week when I, fingers crossed, will have it finished. But the book that I am really excited to talk about this week right now is actually not even a book that is published yet. It is still in the process of being written. A few weeks ago, I was selected as an alpha reader by Erin Gresham and her new project, Second Chances. She's a debut author, and this is her first book, and she selected me as an alpha writer. She found me on TikTok, and we've been conversing back and forth, and when she asked me if I wanted to receive an ARC and be part of her ARC team, I said yes, so I signed up for that, and she saw some of my videos, and she liked the way I broke down books, and I talked about them, so she asked me to be on the main alpha team, along with 5 other girls. And I've been working with her really closely this week. We had a nice big long video conference in the first part of this book and walked her through and reworked some things, and so I'm having a super, super good time with this. I think this thing is going to be excellent. It is called Second Chances. It's a second chance romance. We start off in high school with Kaylee and Aiden, and we develop their romance there, and then something happens that separates them, and then we come back 10 years later and they get back, and that's the part I don't know anything about yet. She hasn't even written that part yet, so we're only in the first part, but this story is starting to show a lot of heavy dark triggers. So it's definitely not going to be for the light of heart. It's not going to be for everybody, but I think the story is worth telling, and I believe that it will affect a lot of people based off of the way Erin's writing it. The way she's writing it is from a very primary perspective. She knows what she's writing. She knows a story. She knows the mindset. She knows the internal monologues that go with some of the experiences that are found in this book, and I'm super, super happy to be part of this project. So I just wanted to shout that out, that I am working on this. So that's actually what I spent a lot of time on. I spent all of Wednesday night talking with her about it and working on this with her, back and forth. So I did get a lot of stuff done, just not a lot of my own personal reading, but I got to further help an author out, and I am super, super happy to be part of that project. So when this goes out, I will definitely let you guys all know about it, and I'll let you guys know how it progresses. And I will link her book Facebook page down below so you guys go check out, because every once in a while she'll do read-throughs on her Facebook and kind of keep you guys posted on the progression of the book. So, but that's all I got for you guys today. That's it. That's it. Really, really short, really simple. Not a lot, but it's a holiday weekend, and I hope you guys all had a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and you guys are coming off of your food comas and getting ready for the upcoming holiday of Christmas. This coming week, you're gonna be seeing a lot of me. I've got wrap-ups, I've got TPRs coming, you know, all that jazz, and I do have a winter recommendations video gonna be coming up soon as well. I am doing a collab with some other lovely ladies, but I'll let you guys all know about that later when it goes up. So I will see you guys all soon with another video, and I hope again you have a happy Thanksgiving. If you haven't had your Thanksgiving yet, I hope when you do, it's a great one. See you guys. Bye.